The Hulk, the Stinger, the Body, Slick, and Johnny B. Bad were born. But unmask these macho men and you'll discover them in the most unusual occupations.
Oh, the ballet.
Wrestling superstar Hulk Hogan discovered his secret passion years ago with a quest to conquer the acting arena. Rough Stuff with Sherman Hemsley is his fourth film, and Hulk's hoping to hit it big.
I would like to prove that action and comedy and acting can all be molded into one groove, and I'd like to be that John Wayne of the 90s.
Look out! Nail from behind with a cane!
One of the slimiest guys to ever grace the ring was Slick, a Weasley manager turned broadcaster. When he's not spreading sleaze, he's saving souls at his local Baptist church as the Reverend K.W. Johnson.
Ye must be born again. I have people all the time say, well, how can you be a wrestling manager and be a preacher? You know, and I try to explain to them, one is spiritual and the other is vocational.
Johnson was a preacher for years before he took up wrestling as a second job to make ends meet. His son Ken Jr. is following in his religious footsteps, and the entire congregation has faith in the dual life of their fearless leader.
Everybody has a job to do, and that's his job doing on TV, but when it comes down to church, he's a man of God.
Jessie the Body Ventura went up against a 12-year incumbent and wound up as mayor of his hometown in Minnesota. His unorthodox look may be right for the ring, but this Harley-riding, ponytail-sporting leader isn't changing a thing to become your honor. And Kendall Windham wanted to spend less time on the wrestling circuit fighting match after match, so he became a matchmaker, opening a computer dating service with his wife in their hometown.
You know, you'll meet a lot of different ladies through here. I think your phone will be ringing off the hook.
Who would think that Kendall Windham, this guy who's a professional wrestler and they've seen on TV hollering and screaming at the top of his lungs before, would be a guy that they could come to for introductions of different people.
The most popular man of wrestling is probably the Stinger, a California resident who was discovered for the sport in a gym. He now owns his own chain of health clubs, overseeing every decision. After work, he heads home to his very own mansion and says people are surprised by his business sense and mellow attitude out of the ring.
People say, how come you're so much different out of the ring than you are when you're in the ring? Well, that's the answer. What would you do if you were in an arena with 20,000 people and lights and everyone screaming and you were standing in the middle of the ring and you were looking around like this? Well, you'd react. You'd be a different person all of a sudden.
Little Richard don't look like this.
Wrestler Johnny B. Bad is cashing in on his uncanny celebrity resemblance, whether it be working out at his friend's gym or as the self-proclaimed pretty boy of the ring. But in his free time, he makes charity his second career. He lectures school kids on the dangers of drugs and visits nursing homes to bring smiles to his fans, all in his free time and without pay.
This is Bernice, and Bernice is so pretty. She's almost as pretty as me. I went to the nursing home, and when I walked in, they were all going crazy. You know, they were yelling and jumping up and down. And I said to the lady, I go, this is amazing. They must watch World Championship Wrestling. And little did I know, they all thought I was Little Richard.
I love you, baby.
For those of you who just can't wait to see more of Hulk Hogan in that tutu, Rough Stuff will hit movie theaters early next year.